Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
What? What do you want? Stop calling me that.
You're...
Yo,
Bitch.
bitch.
Yo, bitch.
You
Yo,
just like pull
bitch.
up outside of Goofy's window like, yo, bitch. Yo, bitch.
What?
Yo, bitch.
You're a bitch.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
Yo, bitch.
Yo.
You're a goofy motherfucker.
I suppose, Mickard. I suppose.
Yo, bitch.
Yes.
Fuck off.
I didn't do anything. You're the one instigating right now.
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Go fuck yourself.
You asshole. Suck my dick.
Okay, Mickey.
Jesus.
No. Stay inside. He's like coming out. All right, Mickey.
I'll do it.
You suck your dick.
No, just, it's fine.
It's an insult.
Just clowning around.
Christ.
I don't want you to suck
Oh,
my...
God.
Not with those teeth.
Do you think when Goofy gives fellatio, that's like an obstacle?
Okay, I was not paying attention to the conversation, and all of a sudden it's
Well, I
this.
mean, you saw how it ended up, so
Yeah, that's all.
obviously it was a good conversation.
Why is Goofy?
Why not? Why can't Goofy get love too?
He can.
Goofy deserves to suck someone's dick every now and then.
I think he's earned that at least.
Right.
He's earned the sucking, not like getting
The
his
sucking.
dick sucked.
I mean, whatever he wants. A little guy to guy 69 for the goof. He deserves it. He's had a hard life.
Goofy deserves it.
He deserves
Goofy
it.
deserves a good
Give
sex-
Goofy some dick. Hashtag give Goofy some dick.
Finally. Fucking Disney, a bunch of cowards.
Let Goofy suck dick. Let Goofy say fuck.
Goofy sucks dick. Might have to quote that one.
Why can't I have dick?
You know, if Donald gets dick and Mickey gets dick, why can't I get some dick?
Pogo gets dick.
Wait, is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, so it had got all that
Yeah, I
goofy
got
shit.
all that.
You gotta
Okay.
include that.
Then we're gonna include that.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Okay.
gotta
I
know
did not
about
know that was recording.
It's
That's,
candid, motherfucker.
that's fine.
What? You don't want to be on record? You're already on my Twitter.
No, it's going
Yeah,
in.
this is
it's-
blackmail material.
It's absolutely not. Hello, it's time for the podcast. ProZD plus
We're back.
pals. Hooray! Everybody loves it.
We're back. in
Everybody
nasty
loves it.
Everybody loves it.
Everyone listens to it. It's #1 podcast in the whole world.
It's been a couple weeks. We've been busy playing Pandemic Legacy.
Yeah.
So we've had
Every
had time.
hour, every waking moment, we
Right.
have been playing Pandemic Legacy.
Which I might go into in a bit before we start our segment.
Maybe.
But otherwise, I've been going to conventions. I've been busy as fuck. And so there was like a period where I was like gone for like, I'd be home for like 3 days a week and then be gone basically. And so
It was that horrible.
it was tiring. But now I'm home for a while. And Pandemic Legacy, it's a campaign-driven board game where if you don't know what Pandemic is, you basically are trying to heal 4 diseases that are spreading throughout the world. And
It's very stressful.
it's a co-op game, and you play different roles. Pandemic Legacy, what a legacy game is that your choices are permanent, and you play the game over multiple playthroughs. For us, it was like 14, 15 playthroughs.
Yeah, we had a couple.
We had to
Because the game,
Reasonable.
the game plays over 12 in-game months, and your shit matters. Like you have to rip up cards and put stickers on the board.
Stickers are like a big deal in that
Yeah.
game because you don't take them off once you put them on.
And ripping cards is very dramatic because
Yeah.
for me,
Feels wrong.
like I
It's
wince.
not okay.
I'm like, oh god, I gotta rip a card in half and
Are
throw
you
it away.
are you gonna drop a review for Pandemic Legacy now that you've
Uh,
cleared it?
no, because that wasn't sent in. I think at some point I'll do like a video just about talking about it. But,
Yeah. That's a good experience.
It's an amazing-
There's been nothing like
Yeah.
it, but there's other legacy games like
Yeah.
cropping up now. It's catching on.
It's definitely one of the best board game experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
There are other legacy games. I hear Risk Legacy is good.
Hmm.
I hear
There's
one
Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
Pandemic Legacy
Yeah,
Season 2.
we'll get to that one day.
There's a game called Charterstone, which seems interesting. I think it's a competitive. You're like building a village.
Oh,
And
wow.
but the village obviously through different playthroughs grows and
Interesting.
expands.
Oh,
There's one called Gloomhaven's like the #1 ranked one, and that's like a very
Oh, I didn't know that was a campaign.
yeah
Or a
yeah
legacy game or whatever.
Was Pandemic Legacy? Did that start the legacy?
Risk Legacy I think so.
Oh, okay.
So Risk Legacy I do want to play.
God, what a concept!
It's a great concept. I think people were initially like, oh, like the idea of a board game, like, you can only play it a limited amount of times. But if you really think about it, most board games you
don't
own.
pay
Oh,
that
especially us. Like so many
have
of them
so
we
many.
played one playthrough of.
Right,
And then
yeah,
moved
only like
on.
one or two. But
It's nice to like sit down because we got like good at that game.
we got really good
We
at
got
that
fun.
game.
We had a great team. We had like a great system, a great strategy, and it felt nice to like conquer that game.
That was a great game.
Yeah, it was really good.
So I would highly recommend it. There's a lot of plot twists. It's great because
Yeah.
every month, new revelations appear and
New
new components, new
shit
rules.
happens.
It's a fucking great game. So that's what we were playing. That's why the
That gets
podcast.
the official
has
ProZD
not-
Plus Pals seal
Yes.
of recommendation.
Yes, absolutely. It gets a 1p up.
1P up. Oh, you earned a P up, Pandemic Legacy. Well
P,
done.
P for
That's hard
pretty
to get.
good.
P for whatever you want P to be, honestly.
So yeah, that's the Pandemic Legacy. Anyway, it's time for our segment.
LJ Blast!
All right, so LJ Blast, we read a random post from our teenage years from LiveJournal, and the date I picked was, what was it, March 12th, 2005?
Yep, I grabbed the 14th.
Okay, whatever is around it. Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Okay,
I'm gonna redact names again.
Sure.
Just because they're
just give them fake names.
they're like real life.
You should
people.
say their full names.
and their address and their phone number.
Yeah, and their social security number and where
Yeah.
they live now.
Right.
Okay. I should have just written in fake names. I gotta think about
Just use your imagination. You just gotta take
how
the first
tricky can it
letter
be?
and
it.
Just
Okay.
pick a name that's the
The
same
title.
letter.
I think you said like March 11th, 2005.
Yeah. Okay.
it's 12th, but that
Whatever.
works.
March 12th, whatever. I didn't have one for either of those days, so this is from like March 19th or 20th or
Oh
something.
no!
Ah, cheater.
Horrible.
Oh
I'm just
no.
Anyway, 2005. That's a long ass time ago. That's like what? 13.
I was 15, so
Wait, what year?
2005.
2005. Yeah, I was like 14, 15.
Yeah, 14, 15.
I was 13.
Wow.
Babies.
So
Little
this is
baby.
middle school. Okay. I'll use the name Jenny. Jenny really pissed. Oh, the title is Ugh.
Oh,
Like
Ooh.
ugh.
Very
and, like
fitting.
ellipses. Yeah.
it's very you.
Okay. Jenny really pisses me off. She should die.
Oh shit, Jenny.
Oh man,
Can I see
And I
the
had
name?
like a little.
we are hitting
okay.
the ground running with this one.
Yeah.
This will say at lunch, but I wrote at lunk.
Mm.
She started making fun of Bob by calling him fat, which he isn't. And that joke is so old by this time because I remember this because people would just like call him fat.
That's
Was-
rude.
was-
I know.
No, that's
He was like bigger, but it's like, you know.
Yeah.
But also, don't
Yes.
do that. That's shitty.
not cool. I was overweight, and that shit hurts.
And then I decided to stand up for him because he was getting pissed.
Good for you.
So then Jenny gets all, well, you have a stupid laugh.
Wow.
Jenny sounds like
Was she your friend?
A cool.
Later she was.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And I came back at her with, your hair looks like a mushroom. That was
Damn.
my insult.
Fuck. Got
Damn,
her.
Jenny.
fuck off, Jenny.
And then she said, at least my laugh isn't like yours. So she used the
Oh,
same
shit.
insult,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like different
Oh,
wording.
man.
Jenny doesn't have much ammo against you.
And she just really pisses me off.
she
And
pisses
then-
me off too.
Yeah, let's go beat up Jenny
Yeah,
after this.
fuck
Let's
Jenny.
find her and beat
Let's
her
go get
up.
Bob. Let's go bring Bob and go beat the hell out of Jenny.
Bob, who's now ripped out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
And then I said, and when I told my friend, my other friend, she completely agreed, thank goodness. And the rest of the entry was just like a chat log with me and that friend that I told.
Let's
I
hear
was-
it.
No, I didn't
Vlog.
include it.
Are you
but-
still friends with the Jenny?
No, I haven't talked to her in like a long
Okay,
time.
so it's
No,
just
this
like.
was like middle school, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Again,
A
this was 13
bridge
years
well
ago.
burned.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I mean, you know,
No, fuck
I mean,
Jenny.
middle
This
school
Jen-
kids are dicks.
True,
That's-
but
yeah.
Jenny doesn't seem like a big loss.
That's a pretty
Okay, I'll
So
do.
I didn't include the real names. What if this person?
Oh yeah, you shouldn't anyway. I'll do mine next because mine's kind of
Anyway,
boring.
middle school bullying.
Oof.
My post title is My mood is satisfied, and my music is the bonus stage theme. Did you ever watch Bonus Stage? It was a Flash tune.
Bonus stage?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Maybe
Okay.
I would recognize it.
Okay.
That
don't
really
know.
dates these.
Oh yeah, maybe
If you
we
think
also
about it.
we also literally
This was
dated it.
prime Newgrounds era.
This wasn't Newgrounds. This
Or
was
actually, no, this was a little after Newgrounds.
This was a different site. I forget what it like Keen Tunes or something like that. You remember Space Tree?
No, you're just naming words.
Go ahead. What's the entry?
Anyway, there was like a bunch of Flash tunes around that time. Matt Wilson, who was the creator, thinks the BS Wiki is weird, as stated in the credits of episode 60 of Bonus Stage. I won't say what I think about it. Basically, I had online friends, who were like really big into Bonus Stage, and they were like too into it, like in a weird way. I remember that.
Yeah, I had some communities that had their like weird obsessions that I like kind of liked, but I was like, man,
Right.
you guys are
Even like
really into this.
Even like the Homestar Runner wiki was like that. They were too obsessed
Yeah.
with every single little detail. I do know some of the people who are part of the wiki though, and then I wrote Gargleman.
You just wrote Gargleman?
Gargleman.
Okay.
Is that a Homestar thing?
Gargleman? I don't remember Gargleman.
Gargleman?
I think I would remember the Gargleman.
Gargleman.
I thought it was being
Gargleman.
random.
No, it's Homestar. Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
right. Gargleman and a crap face. Yep. Oh yeah, I know. For me, Homestar back then was like my every. It still is my everything.
Oh, yeah.
But back then it was.
It's kind of
like,
they're making some more strong bad stuff.
Oh, yeah, they're
nowadays, every now and again.
They've definitely come back to it on
It's
YouTube.
It's nice they never really. I mean, I guess they went away doing other stuff for a while.
They were
but
working on Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Aquabats.
They're coming back to strong bad, and that's nice.
It is nice to see them
Yeah.
back. They'll always be strong bad.
Yeah, I'm happy.
You know they're making a strong bad board game, a Trogdor
Oh,
board
really?
game. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, that should be
Gotta
pretty
play
fun.
that shit.
Was that the end of your entry?
Gargleman.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just
I
ended
mean,
it.
Oh yeah.
what's there to say after Gargleman?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to
14-year-old
make
me.
sure.
about it.
14-year-old me was all about random punk like
Ooh,
Gargleman.
Well,
Yeah,
at least
you
your
know.
stuff was sometimes references.
A lot of it was references.
It wasn't just like sports.
It wasn't like you would like I like pie.
Yeah.
Which all of us.
Now I do actually really like pie. I've been baking a lot of pies, and it's a nice return to form for me.
Pie is
That I
good.
have a pie enthusiasm. Speaking of my childhood self, let's hop on over on
boy,
the
to the Alex
train.
train.
Okay.
Choo choo.
Okay.
Back in time to March 14th, 2005. It's 9:21 p.m. I am exhausted. I have these little cat emojis. I wish I could show you guys through the podcast.
I know what they look
but
like. I had the
They're
same
these
ones.
little Neko things,
Yeah.
emojis for every post.
You know,
I
if you
have.
remember, send me a picture. Although you probably won't remember.
I probably will not remember.
Yeah.
My brother got WoW the other day because apparently it's so good. I assume that was a reference.
Probably, yeah.
I got a chance to play it, and it's so good. I'm a level 7 gnome now. Go me. Additionally, the musical is over, so I can actually be online this week. I believe that was Into the Woods
Okay.
back in 2005, my freshman year of high school, my first musical I was ever in.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
Cinderella's dad.
Little baby Alex.
Additionally, again, EverQuest 2 sucks.
I've never played them.
Yeah, so EverQuest 1 we played like a ton of. That was like our first MMO, and to me that was like a revolutionary I guess it was a revolutionary concept. Like it's a big game world and everyone is just like in it together. So we were all like super excited for EverQuest 2. We were like, oh, this is going to be the greatest game of all time. It's like the first one, but like really nice graphics. It was kind of lame.
Okay.
and
I
I
don't
didn't-
even know what those games look like. EverQuest?
It's just like fantasy, like
I've heard of them.
I've heard of them, but I've never
the graphics
seen
look very like
what it's like.
simple 3D now. I guess it's about what you'd expect, just like fantasy and stuff.
Oh, this is what EverQuest was?
Yeah, it's like a
Oh.
3D MMORPG. It's the first World of Warcraft essentially.
This is
World of
what-
Warcraft kind of obsoleted most others.
Interesting.
And I didn't get super into WoW either.
Okay.
That kind of petered out.
I've never played an MMO, really.
Yeah.
Neopets was like the closest I ever got to an
I was
MMO.
really into MapleStory.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was fun.
Yeah, we were just talking about this in like
Yeah, this
the
came
other
up very
day
recently.
on Press Buttons and Talk.
Yeah.
Our Let's Play channel.
Oh,
but,
did we talk about that during the? Oh
I
man.
think so, yeah.
So there's a little continuity for you guys.
Right, if you
some
watch
consistency.
that show, you can connect the dots and
Oh man.
figure out the
can-
timeline.
Wow.
Put that on your little board of pinned
little
together
board.
Your pinboard of
photographs and-
conspiracies. Yeah.
Oh my god, this matches up. Wait, that's expected.
Well, that was
LJ
LJ Blast.
Little not ooh, what's happening? What's happening to our little rocket
I'm
ship?
sucking the rocket ship's dick.
Why does our rocket ship have it? Okay. There's a whole lot of
You
questions
gotta build
there.
the dick so you can suck it.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
With
now
that,
we've
now that we have
established,
established that important point.
we do have some questions.
Oh, questions.
And here's one I think that would be a good one to start with. Top 5 anime characters you would want to marry if given the chance to.
Ooh.
Now, marry is the key word here, not fuck. Like it can't be just like,
Yeah, they gotta
oh,
treat
it's not.
you
It's
right.
not like, oh, they're hot, but she would murder me in my sleep, right? You can't.
Mm.
So no yanderes or anything like that.
Unless you're into that.
Unless you want to get
wanna be murdered in
murdered,
your
but I
sleep.
feel like none of us.
Some people are into that. Don't judge.
But not. We're not. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you two, who I
Okay.
assume want to stay relatively unmurdered.
Yeah, I'd like to be alive.
So for me, we'll take turns.
Okay, I'll just do one.
So
one
you
by
got to
one.
think about this before, though.
I didn't even think about it until now. I'm
Okay.
going with my gut.
I don't have that much anime.
I'm gonna start
that
with
I can readily-
Winry Rockbell from Fullmetal Alchemist. She's so sweet. She'd be a great wife. She's just fun and kind and handy. Like good.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
She's a cutie. So for me, my number one
She seems cool.
is
Okay.
Winry Rockbell.
Nice.
Either of you want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I just played
Oh.
Persona 5. Makoto Nijima.
Okay.
She's just like, I don't know, just like the cool, intelligent, like responsible one. I think her and the protagonist like have such a good chemistry, even outside of like me being in it. But
Okay.
yeah.
I'll count it because there's an anime. But
Well, I don't have that much anime
But
to
yeah, it's
pull
gonna be
out of.
anime.
I don't watch a
if you
ton.
don't watch
though.
a lot,
I have
Well,
a
you got-
pretty
well,
you
limited
have to
pool.
do
Well,
that.
Okay.
That's what the question is. Think back on anime. That's the question. We can do video game ones and a different one. You got an anime boy or girl?
I don't really watch that much anime either.
Think back on anime you watched. I'm sure there's some.
You had like one ready to go. We're just like,
Well, that was just the first one I could think of. Also, I'm thirsty for anime all the time.
yeah,
Anime
that's
girls.
the problem.
That's a problem.
All right. I mean, I'll.
You know, I'd marry Sanji.
Okay.
Sanji,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's a good
cool.
cook.
He's a good cook.
It's a good choice.
And I think
he's kind.
if he married you, he'd be faithful to
Yeah,
you.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a very good husband.
He's pretty sexy too.
Yeah, he's kind of a dope.
You like his little eyebrows?
No, I don't
His
really.
Marimo eyebrows?
The eyebrows are fine.
Melody.
The eyebrows are fine.
Does that do it for you?
They're not like.
Does that do it for you? Melody.
You want to get tickled with those swirly brows?
Okay, that's a good choice, Sanji. My number 2 will be on that boat. I'll say Nami. I mean, she's spunky, she's hot as hell, and I don't know. I think for me, why I like characters like Nami and Usopp is they feel very human and feel very relatable. Like I feel like I could actually like get along with Nami. I don't know if I'd get along in a marriage with Nico Robin. But with Nami, I think I could actually get along well with Nami.
Yeah, I can see that.
So when I'm answering these questions, I'm really thinking about like, would I get along? Not just are they hot. Like, what would be an example of a character who is like cool, like Olivier Armstrong from Fullmetal Alchemist. She's smoking hot, but I'm not gonna marry her. I don't feel like it would work very well. I don't think she'd be very interested. So I'll say Nami for my number 2.
Okay. Shit, I just had somebody in mind. Oh, I just did. Who was it? Oh, Shinobu from Chihara I think she's I don't know, she's got that mysterious vibe to her, but I think I don't know, she's cute.
Okay.
She's like
Kind of a dork.
yeah, like the secretly nerdy kind of thing. Like she has this really cool like unstoppable exterior, but she's kind of just a goof.
Okay.
Like deep down inside. I'm into it.
Okay.
I like it.
Respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably one of the Haikyuu boys.
Which one do you think is
Which
best?
one is best husband?
And let's
best
assume that obviously aged up to
yes.
legal marriage age.
You know, the problem is that I don't remember most of their names.
Then you don't deserve to marry any of them.
But I think
Can you describe the character?
the dad one.
The dad.
The one who's like the
Daichi?
team dad.
Daichi?
Zadada one.
Is he the one with
The captain. Right? Yeah.
Was he the ace?
Yeah. Or no. Oh, wait. Him?
Isn't
You're
that
you're
him?
thinking of oh god, I'm blanking now.
See?
Shit.
Uh-oh. There's
Oh,
a lot of
shit.
spaghetti on our
Okay,
sweaties.
let me look up a photo.
Sweaty spaghettis.
Oh my god. It's killing me. What's his fucking name?
I haven't watched it, so I don't.
Haikyuu.
Yeah, you get an easy out. Okay, I'm just gonna look it up.
I need to make lists of these animes and things. 'Cause
I know,
always
right?
know there's like anime I've seen, but when I'm asked to pull it up,
Because Daichi,
I'm talking about Daichi's good, but I'm talking about maybe
the guy with the headband, right?
shit.
This makes for very compelling.
yeah, bumbling
podcasting.
about trying to remember.
Searching on your iPhone. Yeah, the ace. Why don't I remember his name? This is embarrassing.
Yeah, especially because you like rag on.
Asahi. Duh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I think him.
Yeah. Okay.
I do like Daichi though, but Asahi is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I think
Asahi.
he's very nice.
Yeah.
He's kind boy.
Yeah.
He cares about everyone, wants everyone to succeed.
I was going through every other boy's name. Nishinoya, Kageyama,
Yeah, no,
Suga,
none of those fucks.
Like Tanaka. I was naming every other fucking haiku
Anyway,
boy.
after a lot of struggle, that's my number 2.
Anyway,
Was
Asahi
it worth it?
It was, because Asahi's a good boy. My number 3 is Kaname Chidori from Fullmetal Panic. She's always been dear to my heart. She's basically a tsundere, but like not in an annoying way. Like she's very reasonable. Like she only gets mean when you're being a dumbass. She's kind of like you in a lot of ways. I think that explains a lot.
Oh yeah, Alex, I agree.
Alex,
Yeah, she's just like
she's
Alex.
just like Alex. That's who I was pointing to, which you guys can see. She's funny and she's confident and doesn't take shit, and so Kaname Chidori is my number 3 choice.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a character. I'm trying to find her name, but there's a character in Shirobako. She like wears the suit and she has like kind of the hair parted across her face. She's not like a huge character.
And why do you want to marry her?
Because she's like cool.
Just cool.
Yeah. Fuck.
Right.
It's just a list of Japanese names I'm looking at. I need photos to the faces.
You got one, Emery?
No, I was
Counting on
waiting
me.
to hear on
counting on me to
Alex's.
buffer it out.
You know what? I can probably do 2 more. I think
maybe.
I actually have a list.
Yeah, you're like ready, so you go.
Mr. Anime
Well, I'm not.
Master.
I'm not. I wasn't ready before this. I just.
But you've seen so much anime. you
I'm
can
just
easily...
always thirsting, you know.
Exactly.
I always-
Thirst never ends.
I always be thirsting.
You know, I think Roy Mustang.
Yeah, that's a
would
good
be good.
choice.
Yeah.
He's
Honestly, like the whole cast of
yeah,
anime.
basically everyone in Fullmetal Alchemist. And actually, I think Olivier would be. I would marry her.
Okay.
I think she'd be a great wife. But I'm gonna pick Roy because
She's scary.
No, actually, no. I'm gonna pick Riza.
Ooh, it's a good choice. Too.
No, Roy sucks. I'm picking Riza.
Okay, so Riza
For my
Hawkeye
spouse.
is your
Riza Hawkeye would
third
be
choice.
a great wife. Yes.
Yeah, she's pretty great.
She's so caring and nice, and she's so kind.
Why is Wiki and Mobile
She has a
so
dog.
bad?
Wiki on mobile is really
It's-
bad. It
it's
has like
such a train
weird
wreck.
like ads that come in the middle of it.
Just
It's-
think of someone else.
It's like hacking my.
Yeah,
Well,
you give up.
I need to
Well,
know.
okay,
You don't
she-
even know her name.
Shirobako girl. Can be your...
Cute mysterious. That makes her more mysterious.
Mysterious
It's more
Shirobako girl.
Mysterious Shirobako suit girl. She was like.
I'll let you keep looking, but I'm
she was like responsible
who am I
for
gonna
all
do
their
next?
stuff.
Who am I gonna do next? Shit. I even have a fucking list.
Oh no.
No, this is more interesting because you gotta do it off the top of your head. Who do you think of first? Put that shit away.
You know, I will drop
You don't get
in-
to prep.
Wait.
I'm gonna say. I don't know if I could just go into the Fullmetal Alchemist, but that's cheating. I think not cheating, but that's too easy.
Yeah, pick someone else.
Shit.
I think Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Ooh, I love
Oh,
Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong.
You know, I will drop in Faye from Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Because fuck, she's a babe. Everyone in that show is pretty sexy though.
I don't
so
know if
honestly,
I'd marry any of them. Personally.
I think I'd marry Jet.
I'd marry Jet.
But
Oh, maybe.
Are you putting him on your list?
No.
Okay.
No,
I
I'm
think
just saying.
I think out of the 3, I'd marry Jet. Jet, then Faye, then Spike. Spike seems actually.
he seems
He's
irresponsible.
got issues.
He's got his own basket of issues.
He's got some
I'd be buds with.
problems.
I would drink with him and like help him through it, but I don't want
Fuck
to
'em,
bear
but-
that weight.
Right.
No, it's not fuck, it's marry.
We're not talking.
Yeah,
about
we're
that right
pure.
now. We're just talking about that right now. Shit. Okay.
Professor Sycamore
just
from
going off.
Pokemon.
Okay.
Oh,
He would treat you right.
So is he on your list?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he would treat you right.
He would treat
He's
you
a
right.
doctor and he makes a lot of money.
Okay, just going off my head. Anaru from Anohana, aged up, obviously. Because she's kind of a nerd. Deep down, like I remember there's an episode where like they're playing like the knockoff version of whatever Pokemon is, and that was very like just like fun. Like, it's like, oh, like she's a geek and she's likes to have fun, and Anaru is a really fun character. So I'm gonna say her for number 4 just because I can't. That just comes to mind. Number 5.
Yuka Okitsu.
Show me a picture.
That's my Shirobako girl. She's got like the part. The
Oh,
hair
that
across
character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's
yeah.
always like the response. It's a Makoto Nijima thing. I guess I like the
You like
responsible,
responsible
manager
girls.
girls. Yeah, the ones who are in charge.
So
of
that's
shit.
your what, number 4?
No, that's his like number 3. He
Is
was
it?
like
No, I had.
You did Shinobu.
Yeah,
Makoto, this
Makoto,
girl, and Faye.
Yeah.
Oh, Faye,
So I have
Faye.
one more.
So I gotta do one more. How about you? One more?
I think yeah.
What you at?
Because I said Riza. Who did I just say? Professor
Riza,
Sycamore.
Sycamore,
Uh,
Asahi. and Sanji. So we
Yeah.
all have one more to do.
Okay.
Oof.
This has been a struggle.
I feel like video game
I
characters.
feel like you
are
should have
easier.
told us in advance so we could
Well,
prepare
there's a lot of
list.
video games
Well,
that are in
part
that.
of it is the discussion.
A lot of the video games are like in that anime style, and I almost like. I think of them as anime.
Yeah, I think
guess.
next time we should prepare earlier and then just like focus
But
more
then
on
you- but
discussing
then-
why.
But
Because we're
then
just
I-
kind of struggling to think of like which ones.
We're doing all right.
I
We're
think it's
trucking
fine.
on through.
Honestly, it's not like we've been giving really long, detailed descriptions anyway. Why do you like them? She's kind of nice and fun.
Because I have to do it off the top of my head.
I mean, also because she's hot. I get, you know, I
She
Got
agree.
those big boobies.
I think if we came prepared with, that's why for this one I was like, let's not prepare.
Oof.
Like, let's go in and like actually do it. Like with the sandwiches thing. Like it was fun to like think out loud and go, oh yeah that, instead of like, here's my list of 5. Bop 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 bop. Okay, that took like 5 minutes of the podcast time. So let's do one more. One more.
Everybody, but it has to be like the ultimate babe.
Oh, then
I already
did.
picked- yeah.
I already did like
No,
Nami
okay.
and Winry.
Then it has to.
You know what?
be-
I'm gonna go with
pretty good
Frederica
one.
Greenhill from Legend of the Galactic Heroes because she's super sweet.
Oh.
Uh,
Fuck, I'm gonna pick Reinhardt
Yeah.
from Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Right. See, this
Are you
spontaneous moment could only have occurred because we weren't prepared.
Reinhardt would be a fucking amazing husband.
I
And he's rich.
the second
And
part.
he's got
The second part I agree with.
Yeah, he's
Fred-
handsome, he's hot.
Frederica is super sweet. Also, she's badass. She can shoot a gun. She can protect me. And she's just, I don't know, she's super nice.
Would Yang Wen-Li be a better husband?
Then
Probably.
yeah, then Reinhardt.
Okay, do I want someone
absolutely.
who's hot and rich?
Hmm.
Or do I want... No, I'll pick Yang Wen-Li.
That's a personal decision.
Yang Wen-Li.
He'd be a
would
better husband.
way
He's
better
nicer.
husband.
He's not a dick.
Reinhardt's not a dick. Reinhardt's just awkward.
Yeah, I'll go with Yang Wen-Li from Legend of the Galactic
I
Heroes.
mean, Reinhardt's sexy, but he's a weirdo. All right, you got your 5th.
I was gonna see if anyone else came up, but I'll just go ahead. And
Are you just scrolling through anime?
Yeah, because I don't have a ready list on my head of what I've watched.
Neither did I.
Well, I need a little help to get
I mean,
by.
I have a list of stuff I've seen. Let's see if there's anything that's any crossover.
I'll say Nina Fortner from Monster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She
Nina's
was
good.
she was in my mind too.
Yeah, she's cute. She's responsible.
Oh.
She's been through some
and
shit.
definitely Johan.
Oh, definitely.
definitely
Johan.
Johan's
Johan.
I
Lee.
mean, if
So
Johan appeared to me in a
He's
dark alley
There's
and
so-
probably
said,
so many people who want to fuck Johan.
Oh, absolutely.
"Oh yeah,
It's
and they-
so scary.
And they all had moody Zangos when they were young.
Johan shrines."
Right. Okay. Well, that's our.
We've done
list.
this.
So we've done.
I hope you people are happy.
I can't believe we've done this.
I can't believe we've done this.
Cool. Let's move on to our next.
In 20
topic.
years, you can quote us as wanting to fuck anime.
I think. Well, that's always been. I've always
Is
been
that
very,
a surprise?
I've always been very open about
That's like
that.
saying water is wet.
But
look
my
thirsty.
dick's wet for anime. I feel like there are better choices, but for spontaneous top 5, I think that's.
It wasn't like, what's the best choice? It was like, just who are 5 you'd
Well, I
marry.
did say top 5, but that's fine.
Well, you know what? You didn't give us time to think about it, so
Again,
we can't do top.
I prefer it that way. I think it's more interesting that way.
That's fine, but it's I wouldn't say those
If
are...
it was like top 5 favorite sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly, it's good. Roast beef.
my favorite
French-
sandwich is
my
peanut butter
favorite
jelly.
sandwich is pizza.
It just, that's why, I like having that discussion. Because it was like, hey, let's look at the heroes. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that,
I would eat a pizza sandwich though.
There are.
Like if you took the rest,
I mean,
I think I've had like
there's, like,
paninis
pizza
that are based
paninis,
on
yeah.
I want to
pizza.
like take 2 pieces of pizza and just put like another piece of pizza in the middle and just eat like a sandwich.
Oh, we're fucking up pizza.
It wouldn't be any.
It's like 3 pieces of pizza.
No, it's one sandwich, so it's less calories.
Oh, that's how it works. I
Oh,
forgot.
yeah. If you log as
I need to just
as-
put all my meals in one sandwich. I'm a dipshit.
I
Like,
love-
I could just get away with eating so much more.
I love when I log calories. There's this app called MyFitnessPal if you're not aware of it, but people can put in foods and like the different quantities, and sometimes you'll find exactly what you're eating, but then the quantity will be like 1 serving, like without telling
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
or like 1 container,
One reasonable serving.
1 thing.
Oh,
One-
my favorite is when it's like 1 box for like 8,000 calories.
Yeah,
I'm like, why would you
what?
measure it this
is
way?
the only measurement that's on here. What is this?
Yeah, it's a bit.
Come
silly.
on, people.
Our next topic of conversation is. This person says, I think it would be cool to hear you guys talk about when you got your first game console.
Oh,
So let's talk
shit.
about our first game console and then like our memories of what we played.
Nostalgia
You want to go
episode.
first, Emery?
Sure. I don't. You know, I I have an older brother, so like when I was growing up, like we had like a an NES, also known as the Nintendo Entertainment System.
I have another thing. I have another idea after this, but go ahead. Let's start with the first one we ever owned.
Okay.
And then.
And
You
then
want to do first one like
branch.
you bought yourself?
Yeah, that's what I want to do after this.
Okay, but let's cover.
But first, we'll do
Okay.
what we own.
I can
One
just
at a
talk.
time.
I can do both. And...
No, we'll go.
No, one
We'll
at a
go
time.
one at a time.
Okay, well,
Can't
the first
hog all
one,
the spotlight.
the first one that I owned, like growing up, was an NES. You know, I was like very young, and my dad and my older brother played it all the time. And I like remember, I have very fond memories of like watching them play like Duck Hunt and Super Mario.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt.
Duck.
Let me.
The cunt.
Duck Hunt.
Duck. And when you play Smash Bros, the announcer very clearly puts a space
A
between
very
those. Duck Hunt.
a very deliberate pause.
Because
between
otherwise, you say Duck Hunt, and it sounds a little.
those.
Questionable.
The cunt.
Anyway.
Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt.
So,
I'm saying Duck Hunt.
I have very fond memories of Super Mario and Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt.
And you know, we had like the little, what is it? Like a zapper? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
the
the zapper.
The
That was
zapper?
what Duck Hunt was all about.
Right.
Yeah. Did you have the gray one or the orange one?
The gray one.
Okay, we had the orange one.
Yeah, I think we had the red, or was it? Yeah, it
Or
was like
maybe it was
orange
more
is
red.
I
Red,
think it was more
orange.
red.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a red one,
Yeah.
and then we had the gray one. And I just, so I grew up playing that. But actually, I didn't play the NES that much. The first one I like played a lot myself was the Super Nintendo because we got that pretty shortly after. And then like me and my younger brothers more were growing up with that in like the 90s. So I would say that the first one that I really played a lot was the Super Nintendo, but the first one I owned was like.
And what did you play on Super Nintendo the most?
Mario All Stars.
I
yeah.
loved
Oh,
that game.
man.
We did not have the one with Super Mario World,
We did.
so I didn't play Super Mario World until like I was in.
So that one just had 1, 2, 3, and didn't that one have Lost Levels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had lost
Was
levels.
it like Lost Levels or Mario World? Was that how it worked? Or did they both?
No, I
No,
think
there-
I think
there
one
was
just
a
had.
Oh, one
version-
was just a better
Yeah.
version.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it had, Super Mario Lost Levels, Super Mario Bros. 2, and then 3.
And the R's had a
It was a
world.
juicy
And
game.
that's what I played the most because I love, we've all obviously loved Mario forever.
Yeah, if you've listened to this, it was
But I
established.
played,
I don't like more.
I had like a Jurassic Park
Okay,
game
boo-boo.
that I played quite a lot.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it was really scary.
Okay.
I wasn't good
What
at
kind
it.
of game was it? Side
was like-
scrolling or?
It was like top-down view,
Oh.
but then you would like go into these areas and then it was like
Oh,
first-person
I
shooter.
think I've played this. I think I rented
Interesting.
it one time.
I never played
It
it.
was really scary because like raptors would just like kill you.
Maybe not a great game for a young girl that age.
Right.
Well, we also play a lot of Mortal Kombat,
Ooh.
Okay.
so you know how it'd
I-
be.
So that's why you're so fucked up.
Yeah, that's why she's so bloodthirsty all the
Man.
time.
Right.
It
I
all
was-
makes sense.
I was too chicken to play Mortal Kombat when I was a kid.
Oh really?
I have no
I
idea.
never
why.
owned it. But I was like, oh, that seems too scary or whatever.
Yeah, we owned it. Like I don't know why, but we owned several of them, and we had like a strategy guide, and it was like, here's how you can do this kind of kill. Here's how you can
Yeah.
rip Liu Kang's spine out, or whatever.
Yikes.
It's really the only reason people played Mortal Kombat was to get those.
It's pretty
funny
fun. I mean,
kills.
it's like they're like.
It's a decent fighting game, but it was really about
Really about the
How do
brutality.
I? What combination do I do to?
Yeah,
watch this. I
fatality.
can make him spit bombs at him, and then the whole planet explodes.
Babality.
Oh
You
yeah,
turn
they
him
had the
into a
goofy
baby.
ones. I
Oh,
like the
yeah.
ones where they were just it was
Friendship.
like
Friendship.
Friendship.
Yeah.
The little like
Johnny
a jump rope.
Johnny
and-
just like jumps rope and
Yeah.
it's funny.
So anyway, I would say Super Nintendo was really my first console,
Okay.
even though like, technically,
Is it NES for all of us?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
then
that's
we'll
why
just,
I
we'll
said
just do NES memories.
Why?
First.
But yeah, I can.
So for me, we had Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, and the Olympic game Trio.
Oh, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
NES
Really? That
version?
early?
Yeah.
You
Do
were
you remember,
skiing
did you
that
ever play
early?
that game?
No, I don't know what that is.
It was a
Oh.
game where you had the mat
Yeah.
and you would like run on it. You would run on it and the guy would run. It didn't work.
It was
super
the
well.
original HTC Vive, essentially.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
felt like you were out in the track and field. It was
my
incredible.
dad, I remember, loved Duck Hunt and would like.
Wow, he's bloodthirsty.
He loved shooting the ducks.
He loves shooting guns.
Shooting the goddamn
he was really
ducks.
good at it too. And actually, it was interesting because when I was little, I actually didn't like to play. I liked to watch people play. I think because I watched my cousins play
Yeah.
when I was little, and I was like too. I don't know if it was like intimidated or too like I don't know. So I would have my dad play, which is funny to think about now because he doesn't play video games at all, has no interest in them. But he would play them, and I would watch him. And then after a certain point, he's like, okay, you need to play these. Like, I don't need to play these anymore. Like, you should play them. Not because, but like, he liked spending time with me, but he's also like, I want you to play the game, you know.
You can't spend your whole life watching other people live life.
Right. Yeah. It didn't get that philosophical, but, so we had that. We had Mario 3. We didn't own Mario 2. That was one we rented from Family. It was called like Family Video or something like that. Video update.
Video
It was an old video
I
store.
never played Super Mario 2 on the NES.
Oh, really?
Only on Mario All Stars.
Okay. Mario 2 I loved. Shit, what else did I have? Dr. Mario was a game I owned, and I loved.
I didn't play that till later.
Okay, I loved that game. I played it so much as a kid. I still have those skills today. Anything else? The thing is, for NES, or really most of my early consoles, I didn't own like many games. I owned like 2 or 3 games, and I just played the shit out of those games. I would play games at like other people's houses. Like, I know someone who had Zelda. I never played Metroid. I never really played most of the classic franchises.
You know,
there's a bunch of them.
I didn't either, actually. I didn't play Metroid or Zelda or like really Mario's like the only classic one that I played on NES
But that was
or
an exciting
Super
thing
Nintendo.
about visiting people's houses, because you're like, oh,
Look at all the
my
games.
friend has Kirby's Adventure.
Because we had a bunch of kind of just like not like obscure but like weird games.
There was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah, I had that. We had that.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. How about you, Alex? What are your NES memories?
Oh man, so like I had the NES from a very, like, as long as I can remember, the NES has been present, because I guess my grandma got it for us, like, when I was really little.
Yeah.
So a lot of my, like, most precious memories of my grandma's house are, like, tied to being fascinated by the magical box that produced images on the screen.
Yeah.
And, like, whenever I smell, like, apple cinnamon, like, it kind of brings me back, because her house always had the smell of, like, apple cinnamon and cigarette smoke, which is a combination that just takes me right back. But I remember when I was a kid, I think we had Super Mario Brothers and Castlevania.
Okay.
And for like as long as I can remember, I was just like completely mesmerized by these games. Just like seeing, I don't know, just like seeing them on the screen, and then like being able to control the TV, and like, I don't know, something about it just really like resonated with me.
Yeah, I've got very, very specific memories of like exactly where I was when I like watched my siblings play.
Flashbulb memories of the specific basements.
Specific
we had a little
whose bedroom was the console.
We had a little
in that
yellow
day.
bedroom that was, I guess, my mom's bedroom growing up. I later found out, but it was this little yellow bedroom. We had this old CRT set up, and I would just sit in there and be Mario. And I remember there's like the fourth world where like you have the mushroom hills, like the mushroom platforms.
Yeah.
And I found out like how to go through the pipes and like get to that. And I thought that was the coolest shit.
Like
I
Warp
was
Zone?
like, I was like,
yeah.
I'm in this place has like orange platforms. This is so cool.
It was kind of creepy.
Really?
For me, it was
Warp Zone was?
It was like, because you go to it and it's just like this mysterious room of pipes.
guess.
And you go in like, whoa. Not creepy, but like, it was like, whoa.
I think
like,
I was too
it was like
enamored by it.
awe-inspiring. I was like, wow.
But I also remember just like the video store experience was so.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
going to like
Man.
Blockbuster.
There was like this like fresh cardboard smell. It always smells with me for some reason, because I guess those are tied most to memory. But there's this distinct.
When I'm hanging
like,
out with you, you're always just smelling shit.
I know, I'm always sniffing stuff. I'm basically a dog.
Yeah.
But there's this like specific like cardboard kind of smell that brings me back to like looking through all the games, looking at like Super Mario 3, and like, oh, this is a whole new game.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know, it was so fascinating. There were all these different like other worlds out there that you could just like play. And anytime I got my hands on a new game, it was like this exciting experience.
For me, that was Target's. Target would have this thing.
Oh, the kiosks?
Yeah, the kiosk with like the buttons on the panel, and you would press a button and it would play a trailer for a game.
Oh, shit.
And I remember just watching those, because you know.
Oh, it's hard to find footage of games
Yeah,
that
I
you
mean,
haven't played.
this was seriously like Super Nintendo times. So what was that, like 1990?
Super Nintendo is like 3 or 4 is when it came out.
But it was just with like maybe 1996, 7, like that. Like
yeah,
I was
that's
like,
about right. That's
I was
when
like
my
6 or
brothers
7
were
years
born.
I remember
old.
they would have like tapes with like game footage on it, and those I always wanted to get my hands on that. Cause, again, there was no other way to like see what a game looked like
magazines,
if you didn't have it.
like
Yeah.
Nintendo Power and
Oh,
stuff.
it was
like
all
that's how
about
you
that
got all
shit.
the updates on games.
I always looked at like the Toys R Us like Christmas
Oh
mags
my
and like saw
God.
all the games.
I
that were
remember
coming out
that
on
too.
Oh man.
I totally forgot about like magazines and catalogs.
I
'Cause
remember-
that was like the only way you saw that stuff
remember-
aside from TV.
I remember I watched Super Mario RPG's trailer on that RPG on that.
Oh, that I could do a
SNES
whole podcast
kiosk.
on Mario RPG.
I couldn't, but I do.
I haven't played
I do
it.
appreciate the
Ugh.
game. I could do a whole. We could do a whole podcast on Paper Mario though.
Oh, a Paper
Should you do
Mario.
a special Paper Mario?
We've had
could make
Skype
it.
some,
We could
that
do
were
it.
basically.
Yeah.
Well, we could do a whole Paper
We
Mario
could-
podcast series.
That
if
could
we
be a whole separate
if we
thing.
really
If we
wanted
could go
to.
chapter by
You would have to get
chapter.
Elvis in on that.
Yeah.
You'd have to be like you, me, Amory,
we
and
need
Elvis, and
all the
that'd be
biggest
like,
Paper Mario nerds.
yeah. Oh man,
On the planet.
true
we've
fans.
we've had such ridiculous. Anyway,
Oh.
don't get us started on Paper Mario.
Sorry, that's a train.
Well, that'll
that
come
goes
later
a
when we
long
talk
way.
about other consoles.
Yeah.
But I remember Target kiosks because my mom would be because shopping's boring when you're a kid.
Yeah.
So your
mom would just dump you
my
off
mom
at
would be
the
like,
front of the
hey,
store.
stay here, and stay at the kiosk, and I would just watch like that and like what else was there like Donkey Kong Country and
Oh, yeah.
Mario World 2, like all these games I never owned because I didn't have a I didn't get a Super Nintendo. Maybe we can talk about our history with consoles, but I didn't buy Super Nintendo until I was actually a teenager.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That's a gen that I totally missed out on. I got the N64 at the right time, but we didn't ever own a Super Nintendo. We knew friends who had them. I had a Sega Genesis, but not a Super Nintendo.
See, our cousins had a Sega Genesis and we had the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
So whenever we visited, it was like a step over to the other side.
For me, like playing Super Nintendo was like, oh shit, because there's some great games like Link to the
Oh, yeah.
Past and Mario World, Mario World 2, tons of good shit.
Tons
out
of
there.
shit.
See, we were lucky. This is gonna be
It's
empty.
water break. It's a water break. Someone has to drink for his water break. It's been a long.
We were lucky because my dad, was kind of into video games, which is why he bought the NES. Because me and my siblings were all like really young.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he bought them like for him and my older brother, and the Super Nintendo was for the kids,
Yeah.
quote unquote. But he played it quite
Yeah.
a bit.
Oh, okay, what did he like to play? What was his favorite?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. We had, like I said, we had a whole random assortment of games.
So your dad was like a gamer back then.
A little bit.
A little bit.
He played a lot of NES.
What was what were like his favorite? Like the one you remember your dad playing like a lot.
Oh, what
or-
was it called? Guerrilla Warfare? Guerrilla War? Or something
I
like
don't
that.
I don't know.
It was like this war strategy game or something like that.
Like a grid based
No, let me
Guerrilla War. I've never heard of
Gorilla,
it.
like
It
gorilla
was
or
kind-
like gorilla.
like gorilla, like you're in the
Like
woods
the
and you're a
real one.
gorilla.
Okay.
That
Oh.
sounds very much like something your dad would be interested in. My parents had no interest in video games.
Wait, I just googled Guerrilla War.
I do remember-
without like any context.
I do remember having a memory of my mom, like my cousins and I were playing Mario Kart 64, and she was like, "Let me play," and she picked Peach and she went in reverse and she didn't know what she was doing,
Oh,
and she was moving her controller around. You know how you
parents
do when
will
you're
never
So
understand.
it was
parents don't know how to play video games, but it was really funny.
It was kind of like a top down like this.
Oh, okay.
And you basically
Okay.
just walk through different areas, just like it was like a beat 'em up.
Just,
basically.
yeah.
Like a shooter.
Just
Yeah,
kill
pretty-
stuff.
it was like a shooter, and
okay.
you could get in tanks and like shoot stuff.
Cool.
And I have a lot of memories of my dad just like playing that with us.
Hmm.
And I don't know why that game or where he got
My
it.
brother used to play with me all the time when we were real young, but he always got into like as we got older, he got into the sports games, and
Oh,
I was
okay.
into like everything else.
And you were like, no sports,
I
please.
don't like sports games.
Yeah,
mean,
I don't really care for
That
it
has
either.
not changed.
Anyway, so what I was saying was that we were kind of lucky because my dad just like got those consoles.
Yeah.
He was like, games are cool. I'm gonna get them.
My brother stepped on our NES and broke it,
Oh,
so
no.
we got a
Oh.
Super Nintendo
Oh shit.
because we're spoiled shits. And the best way to get new shit is to break your old shit.
Yikes.
Yeah, we were playing Super Mario Brothers 2, and I guess he just stepped right on top of the thing, and
On
it froze
accident?
up. Yeah, not on purpose.
Okay.
It wasn't like a scheme.
Like,
But
Hey,
yeah.
Mom, give me
I
a
want
better
a
one. Give me one that doesn't break as easily.
But we can't afford a Super Nintendo.
Yes, it can.
No, why do you do this?
going back to kiosks, I remember Super Smash Bros. Melee. Before it came out, you could play the demo of it
Yeah.
at Target. And I played that demo so much that when I got the game, I was really good at Melee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I played it and I knew all the stages because it had a lot of the stages, surprisingly. Even like Icicle Mountain or whatever. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't played Melee in
I
forever.
remember before. Now we're up to the GameCube era all of a sudden, but the
Just
demo
jumping
for
around.
Luigi's Mansion really like resonated with me actually.
That was
'cause
when
thought-
I didn't play right away. I played a little bit later.
I was like, I thought that game was gonna be the fucking. I mean, it was a really good
It's fun,
game,
yeah.
but like from that demo, I guess because it was such a huge leap in graphics and like that first ghost that you confront. Like you shine your light on him and he just like fades out and you can't get him.
Yeah.
And I thought like this is gonna be a fucking mystery Sherlock Holmes game, like how you gonna get this ghost.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I thought it was gonna blow my mind.
This is pretty fun.
It's a good
So,
game.
what was like? You were gonna bring this up earlier. So then, as we're moving on, what was the first like console that you actually bought, and what was the first game that you actually?
Oh,
bought?
that's
Start with
Yeah,
game. Start
I
with
can do game. for
game
sure.
I was thinking of.
Consoles actually.
Shit, but
played.
what was the first game? I mean,
Well, let's do consoles because that's probably easier.
Oh, I know. I think. Well, consoles. I didn't actually buy a console until late because I always got them for like Christmas and stuff.
I remember I basically bought the GameCube. It was like my Christmas gift, quote unquote.
Right.
But they paid for part of it, and no,
Well, I thought that was the Nintendo 64 for you.
they bought me an N64.
Oh, okay.
But the GameCube, actually, I think I paid for most of that. I paid for because I had to save up. I remember it was like $250 for the GameCube, $50 for the game, and I think did it come with 2 controllers or 1?
I think it just came with one.
I think I had to buy another
Most
controller.
consoles, yeah.
So I had to save up like $300 something
Oh, wait,
dollars,
ooh.
and I was like, I did not have a job. I just remember saving up all that, and that was. But it was my Christmas gift, so they must have paid like I think they gave me like $50 or something.
Like money towards.
Yeah,
Well,
but I bought that
yeah.
system. I bought it, and that was like my first earned money console. First game I ever bought, I think, was Mario Party 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Mario Party 3 on N64, and that was like $50. It was worth it. I
Yeah,
love that
for
game.
a kid.
Yeah,
but
You know what?
Mario Party 3
I
solid.
got out pretty lucky because I don't think I've ever had to buy a console.
Oh, Miss.
Oh,
Spoiled
Miss
over
Rich
here.
over
Rich
here.
No,
Richington.
not Miss Rich. Miss, as kids, like Alex, my parents, like as a Christmas gift, like for me and all my brothers, it was like, here's your big Christmas gift that you all like share.
Yeah.
So we all got like because there's 4 of us. My parents were like, okay, we'll get you all something really nice, like a big thing for all of you to share.
Mommy, please buy me the
Mommy,
new
please
Nintendo
buy me the
console.
Nintendo 64.
Mummy.
I very distinctly remember that very close family friends of ours, their kid had a Nintendo 64 and we did not, and we like went to their house once and we were like, and we like played a little bit of Mario 64 and we were like,
Yeah, for some reason we didn't get the Nintendo 64 right away. We got the PlayStation instead, which the PlayStation's
Ooh.
great, but like.
When
No, N64 is way
yeah,
better.
when I played Mario 64 at other people's houses, I was like,
I
what
know.
the fuck?
I so distinctly remember that Christmas where my brother opened that Jungle Green Nintendo 64 because we got like the Donkey Kong.
Did you do
whatever
like the
bundle.
video, like the viral one?
No, we
where
didn't get
kid's
the video,
like,
but that's a pretty accurate video.
No,
That's how you
I
feel.
like
I've had moments like that.
For me,
with
it was
consoles.
the Pokemon Stadium N64 bundle,
Ooh.
which came with the game, the transfer pack,
Oh, that's
console, and a cool Porygon card. It's
Oh,
called
shit.
it's called Cool
Yeah, Cool
Porygon.
Porygon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had that
But-
bundle.
Damn.
But so I got lucky in that. So as kids, they were gifts, and then as I got older, my brothers would just buy them, and then I would be like, "Cool, you have this now, and I'll just play it."
Like
Ah.
what? Like the Wii or Wii?
Yeah,
Oh,
or like
okay.
even like I don't remember. I think GameCube. I can't remember if that was a gift or if one of my brothers bought it.
Okay.
But pretty much,
And
and,
the- and
PlayStation. You pretty much, I was like, "All right, cool. You gonna buy that? Awesome. I'll play it." If
And
you
then
Did you
you
not
fucking
buy your
married-
3DS?
3DS. I
Gotcha.
3DS.
Gotcha.
Ha! Myth busted.
Okay, I think the 3DS might be the only console I've ever actually.
What
put
a
money on.
luxurious life you have led.
Yeah,
And
well
then-
then now we're married and
Yeah,
you
then
buy
you married
everything.
Mr. Yeah, I
Richie
bought it.
Okay, I
Richington.
bought you the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
So,
that.
but yeah, pretty much I've just mooched up other people my whole life.
Nice.
All right, how about you,
I
Alex?
actually remember now.
I don't know what my game is. I gotta
This might
think.
be kind of sad, but I raised up a whole bunch of money to get myself a Dreamcast.
Ooh, that's sad.
Because, well,
Did you love it, though?
It was kind of worth it because the reason was Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
Because I saw this thing in like magazines. I actually, when we were making the move from Louisiana to Kentucky, it was this long ass road trip. But I had this magazine, I guess, to occupy me on the way there. I also had a Game Boy, so. But the magazine had like this stuff from Sonic Adventure 2, and it was talking about like you can be the good guys or the bad guys, and their
Right.
stories overlap. And
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
this is the coolest idea for a game that's ever been made. I mean, this is
Right.
incredible.
It's like
And
playing
there-
as Bowser.
and so I was like, I don't
Fucking
know.
ready.
There aren't many games I've been as horny for as I was for Sonic Adventure 2. Like
And you know what?
Paper Mario
It's a
was
great game.
probably the only one that beats it. It is a good game. It's a silly game.
I've never played it.
I was pretty, but yeah, I don't remember where I got the money from. I had an allowance.
You killed someone.
I might have killed somebody, but eventually I saved up the money and bought my very own Dreamcast and No, I rented Sonic Adventure 2, actually. I didn't
Didn't
have
even
enough,
buy the game
I
that
didn't
you
have
were
enough
so
after
thirsty
buying the
for.
Dreamcast to buy it, and we rented games all the time.
Yeah, we rented a lot of games.
I just rented it, and it was worth it, because it was an amazing game.
That's why I don't quite recall what the first game I ever bought was, because we rented so many.
Yeah, most of our gaming experience was just renting, and very rarely they would actually buy a game if it like really stuck with us.
It must have been something on GameCube. It might have been Super Mario Sunshine.
I was actually all about having them. That's why I didn't have many games, but I would save up and get the ones I really get the ones I really wanted. Paper Mario, I remember I bought from. Oh no. That was the first game I ever bought.
What, Paper Mario?
Yeah, and I even tweeted about this because I bought it from Blockbuster, and it still has the Blockbuster label around it.
Oh,
my
God.
copy.
A relic of a fallen.
It has like the store number on it and everything. I tweeted a picture of it. Yeah, that one I bought first because I remember. I mean, we could have a whole episode about honestly game memories.
Yeah.
But I remember I had a friend. He was like a little bit older, and he would like always. What are you?
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Someone sent me a long message. I was just looking at.
We're doing a podcast right now.
Sorry.
He would show me games. He would be playing games all the time, and he was playing Paper Mario. It was Bowser's Castle. It was the part where you fly over the lava.
Like the very end.
Yeah, the lava part. Remember that?
I remember that from like commercials.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, this looks fucking awesome because you could like switch through the partners and do all the shit and do the battles. And so I was like, I need to play this game. So I saved up like $50. I think that's how much a game. Yeah, the next N64 game was $50. I remember it was $50 because later, like next gen was like 60.
And you were like,
or not? No, GameCube was 50. I think it was like 360 era when I think games started to be 60. And I was like, fuck this.
Okay, can we actually, when we're in LA, like grab Elvis and do a Paper Mario episode? Because the more we get into it, the more I'm like,
it's gonna get thirsty. I'm thirsty.
I could do this for a whole podcast.
That could be
Paper
a whole.
Mario
Honestly, that could be a whole Paper Mario podcast.
Could do like a
one episode
series.
Per chapter.
We could pull it off.
Honestly, yeah.
We should.
That would be
What's
a fun
stopping you but
podcast.
your own cowardice?
Yeah, what the
you
fuck?
Coward.
I'll do it. Fucking dare me.
Yeah. Anyway.
I remember the first game I bought was Crash Bandicoot.
Bandicoot, the
Crash
female version.
Bandicoot 2, female version. No, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back.
I've never played a Crash Bandicoot game.
Oh, really? They're really fun. They're just very good platformers.
Okay.
They're very linear compared to like, I guess it feels like a 2D Mario game, but it's like in a 3D space, but it's like a hallway kind of.
So you go forward?
Yeah, usually you go forward. Sometimes it wraps around to sideways, but there's always like one direction where everything is headed. So
it's not side to side, it's forward.
Sometimes it's side to side. It's like 80% forward, and then you'll sometimes have sections where it goes sideways.
I've never played it.
It
sounds like a runner, like an iPhone game runner.
No, because you do still like... You have to like navigate the obstacles and like break blocks and look for secrets and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it's just a very linear,
it's
structured level.
Kind of like what I think the 3D Sonic games are like. Aren't those like that? You're on a path or something?
Sort of, but those are less like... Those are more like whatever the developers feel like throwing at you. Crash was more structured and slower, because Sonic is just like...
I'm talking about just the structure of the path.
Are
those not forward? You don't go forward? I've never played.
It's not always
Sonic.
Forward.
I don't know.
Sometimes it'll loop you around and shit.
Well,
I would say it's usually forward going.
Are we debating how forward the Sonic
How
games
forward does Sonic
How
go?
forward is Sonic in a relationship setting?
Okay. Well, anyway.
Well, you don't want to entertain that?
No,
thought?
I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, shit. Game memories. How about
Game memories.
Because I think we can keep this going. We can talk about games.
No.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
I don't have anything else to say about games. That's about it.
What are some more like big game like wow moments? Like wow, like holy shit. Because here's an example. For me, seeing Pokemon Gold Silver
Oh yeah.
for the first time. First of all, the colors were. It was fucking color. It was Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color
was incredible because before that was that black and white block shit.
Oh my God,
When
I
I
played
first
so
got
much
when I first
Tetris.
got my Game Boy Color for Christmas, before I had like a game that I had opened,
Yeah.
I kept turning it on and off again to see that logo. I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's
fuck?
beautiful.
Like, what the fuck?
It's a fucking rainbow.
After your like black and white Tetris for like years or
Yeah.
however long, and then you get your
I mean,
Game Boy Color, and I had like a translucent
That shit
one.
was like impossible. It was like you can't.
What color
have-
was
No,
Game
wait,
Boy
my Game
Color?
Boy Color was
Oh, I
not.
had-
My Game Boy Advance was translucent.
I
My
had a-
Game Boy Color,
My Game Boy Color is still around here. somewhere.
Mine
ours
is
was green or
mine's-
teal or whatever.
mine's a blue teal one.
The blue teal one, yep.
Yeah, how about you?
It was blue. Oh, no, not blue. What am I talking about? Purple.
I
Purple
wanna be cool, too.
translucent.
Okay.
I was trying to see if I could see it from my current vantage point, but I think it's on a different
Oh my
shelf.
gosh, do you guys remember when stuff wasn't backlit?
Yeah, that was horrible.
You had to have like the little
I
clip-on
made a little.
light.
I made a little Twitter post about I found my little wiggly light and
Yeah.
it still lights up.
We had like this like clip-on light device,
Yeah.
and like it had like a magnifying glass too.
Oh
I didn't
yeah,
have
I
that
had one of
shit.
those for the
I
for the
sat
brick
next
Game
to
Boy.
lamps. That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I had to
None
do.
of them
I-
worked very
a lot.
good.
I played it a lot in like car rides, like
Yeah.
long car rides. So
Because you had those night
so it's like
rides.
dark. So you know.
Yeah.
And my mom.
But we only had one, so we fought over it all
my
the time.
parents did not want us turning on those damn lights in the car. They always said like you'll get in a wreck if you turn on the lights in the car.
Did your parents ever?
My parents told us it was just illegal to have like car lights on while they're driving.
Yeah, that's what everyone
Yeah.
says.
But it's not.
But it's just a
They
lie.
They just don't want that. Yeah, that shit resonates with you too.
I
Because
think
you
it
grow
is
up
harder
thinking
to see
like.
though.
I think it's annoying to drive if there's a light back
I
there.
mean,
but
I don't
they,
like when the lights on, but
they dramatized it so that we wouldn't even.
yeah,
like,
no, my
deal with
parents.
it.
Yeah, my parents were like, "Don't turn the light on, otherwise the police will stop us."
Yeah.
And I don't. But did they think that, or they just not want us?
No,
to
they
turn the
totally
light?
just don't want the kids to do it.
Interesting.
Because like.
It's probably just annoying. Like, but the kids
Well,
are
yeah,
probably
you don't
turning it
wanna-
on and off and on
But
and
it's
off.
it's so interesting that everyone's parents, or at least our parents, all did the same thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's just universally like that light's fucking.
But like
annoying.
that resonated for a long time. That's one of those things as an adult you're just like thinking about, and it's like that's not true.
Yeah, wait a minute. I can turn that
Wait.
light
I
on.
don't think my parents told us the police were gonna stop us, but I think they just said you're not supposed to do it. They're like, oh, you shouldn't do that while we're driving the car.
Yeah, they said it was like against the.
Your parents
rules or
just thought
something.
wanted you to be fear stricken.
They're going to arrest us.
Well, it worked.
The
I was like,
police are
okay,
gonna-
I'm not gonna touch
I'm
that
fucking
light.
Turn
going
on
to
that
go to
light, they're
jail.
gonna shoot you in the head.
Yeah. But yeah, Game Boy Color, seeing the Pokemon in color.
There are people
and also,
listening to this who are like, don't even know what fucking not having a backlit thing is.
Oh yeah, the game.
It's rough.
I actually skipped on the Game Boy Advance and got the SP,
Okay.
and that was
That was
that
the
was
first
game.
one,
That was a
right?
fucking
was
game.
really
Yeah,
cool.
okay, so
Yeah.
imagine me. I have my Game Boy Advance, and then both of my younger brothers, one of them who doesn't even play games that often, get SPs for like Christmas. I don't get one, even though I'm always playing games.
But
And they don't let me use them ever.
but you got to play the advanced games first though.
No, one of my brothers had a Game Boy Advance too.
But you got so he got an advance and an SP.
Yeah, me and one of my brothers had a Game Boy Advance, and then for like
That's some spoiled shit. What's the first letter of the name of that brother? J.
We're gonna beat
Yeah.
him up. after
Okay,
this.
I'm gonna beat him up.
Okay, so we got Ginny. We got.
I'm gonna
dude.
I'm gonna write on his Facebook wall, yo, yo, bitch. I would never do that. He's so nice.
he's so nice. But you know, he did like games the most out of the one I was mad about was like my youngest brother got an SP and he did not play games that much. He plays them a lot now, but I was like, as a kid, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I deserve the SP. I never got one.
Well, they were pretty fucking amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
And now
Sometimes I would like I'd be like, you're fucking letting me play this shit.
I did have to like. It was actually a huge bummer missing out on advanced games though, because my cousin had Game Boy Advance, right?
Okay,
but
those games are fucking awesome.
yeah, the games are awesome on Game
Yeah.
Boy Advance, but like I didn't get to play them. I mean, I never got to play them. So when I finally did, I remember it was like WarioWare. Like I played the shit.
Yeah,
out
it's
of
nice if you get that library built up.
Yeah, WarioWare and
you can
WarioWare
just-
Twisted, I fucking love.
I remember even just playing Mario 2 right when I got it. I was like, this is a Super Nintendo
Honestly,
in my hands.
Yeah.
Like,
Even
what the
even
fuck?
if you're like, oh man, you're so spoiled, you had all these handheld consoles. It was probably such a great investment for my parents because we went on so many long car rides,
Oh, yeah,
and
if
we
you
were
use
just
the-
silent.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't say anything because we were all playing games or listening. Like that probably fucking paid for itself. I can't imagine 4 kids in the car like constantly screaming.
I remember I bought the DS though myself. I think they got me the SP, but I bought the original, that clunky ass.
Yeah.
Yep. I miss the Gray Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, the Gray Boy!
Yeah.
I played so much of that Gray
Mine
Boy.
eventually broke. 'cause
DS
of
was an
the
on duck.
hinges.
But that had some really good games too.
Oh my
I
God,
love
it
the DS.
broke. Mine like lasted. Mine probably still works.
No. Mine lasted a long time, but eventually I played it
think
so much.
I think I had it until I traded it in for a discount on the 3DS.
Did you ever get the DS Lite?
No.
My brother,
Ooh,
my
the DS Lite is
brother,
very nice.
my brother won one of those in one of those like stackers games.
What is it? Because my brother wins games in the stacker game. What is it? With
I
Okay,
got
well,
my
he won
PS
like a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I
like,
bought that
okay.
from him.
He's won a PlayStation 4 and he won a 3DS from a stacker.
Yeah, I
game.
don't.
He won
I did
something
not.
else where he got like
He's
$200.
He's just
or...
incredible at
I
those
did not
games.
realize you could actually win those.
You can.
I thought
He's-
those were a scam.
They are, but he's very good at
My
it.
one brother just got. We were just like at some restaurant on vacation. He was like, "Hey guys, I just won this," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, pick a console. What do you guys want? I'll get it for you.
I was so pissed.
So anyway, gold and silver. Really.
Well, we don't have to.
No,
I mean,
no,
I was
it's-
pretty much done
yeah.
with
The,
that.
okay, the first
But
game
that was, like,
that like really
legendary.
fucking blew my mind was probably Mario 64.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, that was a good
Because
one.
when I played it at that friend's house I mentioned, I very distinctly remember, you know, like that first like Bowser level you go to where you go down the hallway and the picture like changes.
And you
Yeah.
fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like
a-
that fucking like I was like
That ruins you because you're like, oh, it's Princess Peach.
I know.
That part's kind of
She's-
scary.
Yeah, and
It
then
is
suddenly.
scary.
what? Oh no,
I know.
it's
As
Bowser.
a kid, I was like really freaked out, but I was
And then
like,
the
what?
floor falls out. And
I know,
then
I was
you're
like, what the
in
fuck is
Bowser's
this?
fucking kingdom,
And just like
he's
jumping
got
in the
you.
paintings. Yeah, Mario 64 was like,
The bomb battlefield's iconic.
I think
the
it was also-
exploration of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also helped by the fact that I never had it directly. I had to play it on my cousin's console and on
oh,
friends'
so you
consoles.
were like
that I-
extra, like it was like
oh,
extra.
it was
like,
elusive.
unicorns.
That made it so much.
See, we eventually like owned it, and it was like, whoa.
No, I remember I had borrowed it. I didn't own it for a long time, and so I played it up to
I think we borrowed it, but it sucked borrowing Nintendo 64 games because if you gave them back, like you lost your data.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh yeah, it's all
well,
tied to
I was just about to get into that.
Sorry,
like,
go ahead.
Like I played it and got all the stars, or at least 90% of them, up to Rainbow Cruise, and then I had to give it back.
Aw,
I didn't get to finish it.
That's a sad place.
So actually,
to
I've never beaten it.
You've never beaten Mario.
never beaten
That's
it.
the farthest you've gotten.
Rainbow Cruise, that last patch of
be.
paintings.
This is as far as you go.
That's
What?
yeah.
Never beat that. Never beat Ocarina of Time.
I've never beaten Ocarina of Time.
Are you
I
a
got,
pleb?
I got stuck on Water Temple.
Yeah, you're not a true
both
gamer.
times. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm not a true gamer. But
Okay, Water Temple's a bitch though.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to go back.
It's better on the 3DS one because
You can switch quickly,
yes,
right?
that
The iron
makes
boots.
it a very tolerable dungeon.
Yeah,
You know, people just—it's so easy to get stuck there.
that game fucking
It's-
sucks.
it's very
if you
confusing.
use your keys incorrectly, you can get stuck forever.
Isn't that a myth?
I think that's a myth.
Is that real?
I think that's a myth.
I think one of the keys.
I mean, that's what happened to me, but I think it's a myth.
I think
Oh,
one
I
of the
thought- I
keys
thought
is
they-
like notoriously hard to get, or it's confusing to find, so people think that they're stuck, but there's not actually a way to get completely stuck.
Right.
I don't know. My brother also was like really stuck until I I basically bought him a strategy guide because he was like, I don't use strategy.
I think I had that
guides."
same strategy.
And I was
guide.
like, look, bitch, I'm buying you the strategy guide and you're gonna use it. And then I like made him use it, and he finally did it.
If it's the same one, that was a great strategy.
There was like
guide.
one. There's only one.
Okay, the one where he's shooting the bow on the.
Yeah.
Oh
and
yeah.
It's got like all the beautiful illustrations.
That's a
yeah.
great book. Like
We probably still have it. It's probably just very beat up.
yeah, it's just fun to look through.
I know. I loved. We had a Mario Party 2 strategy guide.
Wow.
Like, why do you need that?
Yeah.
You don't.
They used to make strategy guides for every single game.
Yep.
And it
Super,
was
Superstar
I-
Saga
I
strategy
remember,
I had
guide.
a Final Fantasy VII one that was awesome.
When Super Mario Sunshine came out, there was like a bundle that came with the strategy guide, and I really wanted that specific bundle, but we didn't get the bundle. So for some reason, I wanted the bundle, so I got the strategy guide with it, and I had a strategy guide. Didn't need it.
Yeah, are those even a thing anymore?
Not really, because the internet.
Oh my
I
god,
think.
that makes
Well,
me really.
they make
I think,
some. They
I
make
think they,
some.
I think they make them still a little bit.
They make like encyclopedias for some games, like really thick, detailed
But,
strategy guides.
Like strategy guides back in the day were just like so. I mean, yeah, now the internet's a thing, but it was just like I loved reading them.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had cool art. They had
They
cool
had really
art.
cool art, and it was like, hey, when you go in this, make sure to get this. I mean, online FAQs do that too, but they don't have the pictures
Visuals
and the
and,
visuals.
yeah.
It's
And
like
again,
an experience.
If you grabbed a strategy guide for a game that you didn't have or you hadn't played, you could see that game.
It was cool.
I don't know if you're like a younger listener. Like I can't stress how much it's so hard to see what a game looks like unless you can get the box and look at the back or like catch a.
Oh yeah,
video.
Go to your friend's house.
It's
yeah.
it's fascinating to
and
like see it.
N64 and like prior to that all came in like those cardboard boxes, and like nobody kept those.
Which is kind of too
It
bad
kind
I
of
because
makes me
wish
sad
I'd
because
known.
I loved
I
those
wish I'd known.
boxes.
they sell for so much.
I know.
Oof. I just want
Even
them.
if you have the box and it's like
But no one
No.
kept those. Same with Game Boy.
Because they were
boxes.
cardboard.
Yeah, you don't keep
you
that
recycle
shit.
it.
It's
Yeah.
it just takes up space. But serious collectors did.
Oh
I
now
threw
they're
all that
making-
shit away.
They're rolling in money.
Even the
I mean,
manuals, I didn't keep the
Then, yeah.
manuals. Yeah, it's a bummer.
It makes me sad.
It's a rough go.
But I mean, it's also I don't need that shit cluttering my space.
Yeah, it would
honestly.
just
But
be.
I do think about because when we first got games, we did keep the box for a little bit, and I
Yeah.
loved looking
when you
at
first
them.
got it, it was like exciting. 'Cause it's
I
like,
remember
this
the
is
Paper
my
Mario
new game. This is
one.
my game box.
Right, but then I threw it away.
Yeah, everyone's
Cold and
annoying.
ruthless.
All right.
Damn.
That was a lot of game talk, but
Yeah.
we're nerds.
I hope
so
you're like games, cause
Yeah, seriously, younger
Lots of
listeners, if you were I don't know, little
Um,
babby, if you're
I think
18,
YouTube was really well. I guess the internet in general, but YouTube was where it really changed accessibility.
Gaming,
For
yeah.
seeing
but
what
before
games
that, there
were.
were websites because I remember
There
I watched
were.
Kingdom Hearts trailer on the website.
Oh yeah.
So I would say like before
but
2000.
okay,
they
pretty
were
much.
still pretty elusive then. Like,
Imagine-
you really had to look to find.
No,
Yeah.
I'll
what a
paint the
game looked
perfect
like.
picture. Imagine that the internet doesn't exist. Basically,
What a
You-
crazy, wacky world.
you cannot access any information about games unless you buy a magazine, children.
Or word of mouth.
You're fucking lucky,
Oh, yeah.
you little bitches.
Your friends can tell you how cool they are. I actually remember I had like a big collection of like cheat codes for the NES, and it had screenshots for all kinds.
Oh
of
my
games.
God.
The Game
We had-
Genie.
Oh, man.
We had,
no,
like-
it wasn't Game Genie. It was like for codes that are like built into the games.
Oh, we had a
okay.
whole. Somebody for Christmas gave us probably my brothers like a really thick just encyclopedia. It was like, here's a bunch of cheat codes.
Yeah.
That's how you fucking found out
Yeah,
cheat codes.
that's how you
there
know
wasn't
this
no
shit.
internet. I couldn't Google cheat codes.
It was a wacky world, kids.
My babysitter
Be appreciative.
in elementary school taught us about the whistles in Mario 3.
Yeah.
That was I knew about one of them, and she was like, "Oh, watch
Oh,
this."
God
bitch.
only knows how we learned. We were doing that when we were kids. Like, where did we learn that information?
It's weird.
I
to
was
think
like
about.
3 when we knew it. Like, who told us?
That's
I
like
think
a
we were
whole.
born with the knowledge.
That's
I
like a whole
guess.
topic we could do on a different
Yeah,
podcast.
I-
But
yeah.
Just thinking about the accessibility is so interesting because
Yeah.
it wasn't accessible.
it's very interesting.
It's wild.
All right, that's
All right.
That's the end of this episode.
That's a podcast.
Thanks for listening. If you want us to talk about any specific shit, leave a comment. Otherwise,
Paper Mario podcast is coming.
I want to do it.
Alex and I are gonna do it.
If Elvis is DTF, I'm willing to do it. Just chapter by chapter. Paper
well,
Mario
we'll
podcast.
see. But anyway, I'll see
We
you.
promise.
See you in the next one.
At the end of every podcast, you should say "perfect podcast."
Perfect.
Perfect podcast.
ProZD's perfect podcast with pals.
Boop, boop, ba-doo.
Perfect. Perfect. Pretty good.
Well, Mario, what happened?
Powerful. Pretty. Poopy.